No, I have no idea. Anyway, hi, I'm live. So thank you for joining. It's Brad from Supercoach Pro. If you've entered the chat, I'm just going to get my screen shared. I didn't bring my webcam or my speaker, microphone thing, the lightsaber with me. So let me get up the Supercoach app because I hate looking at myself like this. Hopefully you guys can see me okay. And we're going through the YouTube things. We're not actually going to do, what do you call it? StreamYard. So give me a second to turn off my phone. We're actually using Wi-Fi from the actual building here at the Airbnb. So give me a break if it is a little buffery. Look, you only hear my voice anyway, and hopefully the screen's not too bad. But this week we've gone 2-1-5-6. We didn't get McCarthy because we thought Johnson would go all right. So, yeah, it is what it is. But at the end of the day, we brought in the right players. We brought in Georgie Hewitt. We brought in DeConning. And we brought in Johnson, who I couldn't field anyway. So that's why I didn't really care about the McCarthy situation. Saying that, if you went McCarthy early, you got absolutely kissed in the nicest way ever, honestly. And I don't mean that in a bad way, to be fair. So, yeah, well done to those who grabbed a few lucky rookies to fill some spots. My issue is I couldn't actually put him on the field anyway. So if we take a look at my side, there's no way to put McCarthy in instead of Johnson. I couldn't put an extra E. So I had Huswaite there. So bringing in Johnson with the 84, I couldn't have in the midfield, scored 100. Brought in TDK, and this was huge as well. Butters, because when everyone zigs, you got to zag in the situation. I last minute VC'd Brayshaw. I was going to go Gorn into DeConning. But yeah, Brayshaw just thought last minute he'd be the go. 2-1-5-6, so we should go up this week. But yeah, you guys are smashing through the comments already. There's 42 in the chat, so give us a like for jumping on while we're Airbnb. It won't be a long episode because Bubs is probably going to wake up at any point. Corey says, happy with my score at 2-0-5-7 without Brayshaw, Witts, Wrong. Holmes had none. Yeah, I don't have any of some of those big dogs as well, which is a little bit hard. So what do you do? Sports Nuts 129 says, bruh, had McCarthy on my bench. Yeah, this is why I didn't really care about the rookies this week because I actually couldn't play any of them on the field anyway. Like, I'm not going to get rid of Leak for him. Couldn't get rid of Clark for him or anything like that. So, yeah, it was a bit wild how Hewitt scored. Oh, my God. I can't even get these on my screen, can I? But, yeah, as you can see there, has just sent a donation of $30.99 for Hewitt season. We both jumped on the Hewitt pick together, cooking up some lab stuff. So, yeah, shout out to Yaz. Thank you for that, mate. I really appreciate that a lot. Always supporting this channel and, yeah, doing good things around the community. So, good to see him in the chat. Of course, I don't know if it'll let me scroll up. So, give me a second. It is touchscreen, so I do forget it's touchscreen. But anyway, where was I? Matthew goes 2258. Oh, that was easy. Oh, talk about flexing. Daniel's Pigeons is in the house. Hello, Daniel. He says, g'day, Brad. Your team is absolute smoking. Keep it up, mate. Yeah, I've got 6 trades left, so hopefully it doesn't get smoked in the end. And Duck Paste, McCarthy's a weapon. What a game. Yeah, absolutely. History Buff says, what did you score, bro? I scored a 2-1-5-6 history buff. Love that emoji. CWT says, T-Mac the GOAT. Yeah, I didn't bring him in, so no GOAT for me. But I brought in the Hewitt GOAT instead of Butters, so that was a good zig. X3D, what does he say? I think it is McCarthy as one of my highest scores on the bench. That's rough. It's like eating sandpaper for breakfast. Daniel's Pigeon says ranked 194, scored a 2018. Shocker. Oh, okay. Was always planning to get McCarthy to bank cash. Lost 60 points by not doing this. A little bit rough, but we've got to wait a week anyway. It doesn't really matter. Like, we can get him the week after his buy. So it is what it is. I needed to downgrade in a couple of weeks, and if I went him early, I didn't know who'd downgrade to later. So for me, it wouldn't have worked on my side. But yeah, well done to those who picked him. It is what it is. I'm not salty about a rookie going nuts. It's the game anyway. We saw what Bias has done when he got those high scores for a rookie. So mature ages normally come up and produce the goods. So, yeah, well done to those who jumped on him. Jay says, hey, mate, decent score. I think so. I think we'll go up in the ranks too. So it should be a good one. Where was I in the chat? You guys are smashing through the comments. So, yeah, thanks for everyone jumping on. There's almost 80 of you here, and this is probably my favourite part of the weekend. What do we got there? Tim C got a 2-2-3-2 for me. Solid week, but I'm sure there will be plenty of big scores this week. Yeah, definitely, but still a good score, Tim. Thanks for jumping on. Matthew says, I would have brought in McCarthy but wouldn't have played him. That would hurt. Yeah, absolutely, Matthew. Music editors, cheeky rank rise for you, I reckon too. Causa has bought in McKercher this week, but did look at Bergman, went Hewitt over Butters, saved the cash, and went Fonty to Naz. All in all, it's pretty good, Causa. Scott says 2072 for him, 100% always in ranking this week, but only use one downgrade trade. Well, there you go. Yep, fair enough. And then Yazza jumped on the Hewitt season with myself, so I love that. Yeah, that was clutch this week. So we'll see what happens for the rest of the season with that antipod. But Jack is in the house too. G'day, Jack. He says, "G'day, legend 2100 for me. Only did Johnson and Dwyer this week. I don't know what Dwyer scored. Actually, I haven't looked yet. Shout out George Hewitt. I love saying shout out George Hewitt. Yeah, he was everywhere. I wish he didn't handball as much, but it's whatever. McCarthy outscored him as well. Well, I went McCarthy early and chose him on field over Clark. Well done, Fury. Go the Lakers. Jason, crazy how many Hewitt had, 27 handballs. Yeah, it felt like a crouch kind of game, to be fair, with the way Hewitt got it. He's just such a good reader of the crumb. He's not the quickest player, but he gets around the ground and covers it pretty well. Shane says McCarthy fielded with season's worth of good luck. Not salty at all. Yeah, couldn't care less about those rookies. If they score well for you, well done to those people who jumped on. It's fine. Like, I would have been pretty happy. I'm not going to be salty about rookies going nuts. Like, you did well for picking a guy that you knew would probably impact and get you an 80, but you got gifted a 130. You'll take that. So, yeah, very well done for those that went there instead of Johnson. But you won't have him this week, and other teams can downgrade him to him next week. So it depends where you were with your side. But either way, going to be an excellent pickup for most of the competition to pick him up. He might even be a flex position player that you pick up now. So it looked really good, of course. Tim C, good to see you bounce back after claiming my season was over last week. Yeah, that's why I never say season over. Stephen and Matt Carroll's spikes were great. As in, like, the spike score, my apologies. Yeah, absolutely. Shane's got a 218, Bont VC into Cherry. Oh, geez. Yep. Hewitt Wallace on the field, 76. Will def fall from 170th. Rough, mate. But, it's still, oh, my God, there's 100 people in chat. So, yeah, get us to at least 50 for this stream, considering we're doing this from a hotel and whatever. You guys are smashing the comments. So I'll see how we go getting through them, because you guys are nuts. But Hawksy, can McCarthy be a flex? Yep, just covered that. I think he can. They could make my team overall better in areas like a proper F6. Yeah, potentially. He really could, honestly. Like, at this point, it's unbelievable. Hawksy said also, g'day, Brad, jumped the gun there. That's okay, man. It's fine. It is what it is. One of my favourite emojis there too is the little tripper there. Aqua's in the house, of course. He says, when I started the week with 18 primos and 24 on field, I certainly did not expect it. 18-15. Wow. What a dreadful week. Might double my rank, 23rd rank at this rate. Hawksy got a 2001, just cracked the 2000. Very well done. I don't know what par is, so no one asked me about par because I have no idea. Aqua says, if I had $1 for every player on my team that I could say impressed me, it'd be dead broke. Fair. Bill's boys in the house. Welcome to you, mate. It says, yo, Brad, what's good? Just chilling here in the hotel, hoping the baby doesn't wake up for this podcast. But Yeah, and we're doing this off YouTube Live, so we're not actually doing this through StreamYard, so I can't bring up the comments on the side. So if you do watch this back, apologies that you just hoping I get everything right in the chat. I did notice, funnily enough, in my analytics the other day that like 8% of you use subtitles to understand what I'm saying. So that's actually quite funny, considering my first language is English. That's saying something that you guys use subtitles to watch this back. Understandable though. I eat crowns for breakfast. Hawksy says, I'm not worried about McKercher was wet. Or the halfbacks would have struggled at 24 kicks. Yeah, the roll's there. Just the wet didn't help him. So, yeah, nothing worse than when it's too wet because it'll just fall out. Bill's boy says, Clary letting me down as usual. I think the missus heard that. The fact Miles Bergman would have been 4 points away from my high score is quite scary. Yeah, I did say the other night that those mid prices that we do bank on, like only 20% of those guys are going to be right that week. So it's very hard to actually nail those mid prices. Like in the end, it was pretty much just Ben Keys and Bergman from memory. Everyone else would have shut the bed. So it is what it is. Not a really funny story, but tonight we couldn't get into the hotel because the key cards weren't working because they only made us get in for one night that the cards were valid, and we're here for 2 nights. So that was an ordeal. We're standing 30 minutes outside trying to get our cards reactivated. So tell them why. What do you mean? Because they booked our thing for 1 night instead of 2.
But why?
Oh, okay. Katie wants to tell you a funny story. So come here, Katie, and tell them.
No, because I don't have makeup on.
You don't need makeup on to be here. Anyway, I'm claustrophobic, so I said to him, I hate using lifts. This is a funny story. I absolutely hate elevators. So I said, can we have a ground level 4 instead? So we've got a ground level 4 hotel apartment thing, slightly upgraded to the ones in the photo. And yeah, instead of validating it for 2 nights, I only did it for 1. But yeah, that's how we got the sneaky room down here. But they obviously didn't follow through and think we were staying here 2 nights, but we were. So yeah, anyway.
Thanks, Brad.
Well, it's better than going upstairs and using the lift all the time. Also, don't take a poop or anything because they could probably hear a pee or a poo on stream. Yeah, don't drop the kids off the pool is what they say.
No, I just dropped my pants in front of the camera.
Wow, no, you get me more likes if you do that, but we won't. That's not. Anyway, we're going away from the stream here. I'm going to get myself in trouble and my channel banned. Hawksy says, I'm not worried about McKercher. I've already been there. Yep. Bill's boys, Clary, are letting me down as usual. Yeah, stuff, Clary. Aqua says the fact that no, I've already done this shit. My God, it is so hard to read YouTube Live instead of StreamYard because I can't put the comments on the screen. Where are we? Tim C was up there. I wouldn't say McCarthy on my bench would hurt either. I think it's more lucky to have him on field, who honestly predicted that from the first game. Yeah, I totally agree there. Are you looking at the comments too? Why are you being sneaky? Roland says, almost every team in my league has Ed Richards absolutely killed me. Shane says, Operation Get Luke Jackson in effect. I think I'm priced out of Luke Jackson, unfortunately. Didn't watch the North or Freo game. How was Shy and Shears' role? Shears was there. Shy in the wet was a little bit annoying. CWT Aqua, I think that inheritance, what does it say? Sorry, that initially makes you the worst in the league. Chief. Oh, he's been called Chief. That's almost as bad as Champ. Anyway, I've gone completely past that.
What was my name?
I didn't see one of your name.
Yes, I did.
Oh, well, you did. Well, I can't even get there. I'm scrolling forever. This is like reading a library. Can you read a library in one day? What would you do if you could? What book would you read? Yeah, only like
too many words on one page.
Wow, okay, we're very well educated here. Causa, lots of people had Track and Bonds out of their best 18. Yeah, true. With Bo Allen getting a 69, just what I like to do. Or Carol Lady Turtles got stared at the missus for that comment. Yeah, rookies get gifted sometimes, but it's a part of the game. It's nothing we can be salty at. Aqua selling Shy, Hewitt, and maybe Erasmus this week might rage trade great. I thought I had traded him out, but nope, I sold Carroll instead by mistake. Cure spike game, fun. Jack says McCarthy on debut for 30 touches is insane. Was he taking kick-ins? I saw him take at least one. Well, then there you go. He is. Had Petrarca. That wasn't sarcastic because I wasn't on McCarthy watch. I was too busy jizzing over Hewitt, so I didn't actually see how many kickouts he got. I was a little bit distracted because I was locked out of the hotel for a little bit too. Love that. Where were we for Jack? Anyway, he's written Petrarca, Bolton, and Hewitt not make my 18. He's talking about Elijah Hewitt. Was taking kick-ins, yes, says Hawksy. Aqua says CWT, I don't even know how I scored that badly. Have like 2 more primos than everyone else. Yeah, interesting. That's annoying, Aqua. Bella had Bice on my bench when he went 124. Reed bench. Yeah, it's annoying for these bench players when you've got really high scores. You could have walked around the other side. Well, yeah, my phone's off, so the internet's fine. What do we got? One of those years, scored a 2-1-3-0. Yeah, it's annoying when the rookies on the bench, not included in your scores. Rookie coach says, yo, what a good week for you, bro. Yeah, thank you, rookie. Enjoyed our little stream the other night. Sorry, I was like an hour late on that because I didn't realize I could join on my mobile. So after dark, I would be just joining on my mobile from now on. Why are you sitting there?
Because I want to.
Should be cooking me dinner. Oh, no, get your foot out. I'll lick your foot on stream. Shano.
Oh, yeah, you dirty dog. You like licking feet, don't you?
I don't. Shano. 2150 for him. Hoping that gets me back at top 100. Yeah, I love that. It was 362 before the round. Hopefully you do, Shane. Jack says Hewitt gonna be around 350k. Might get to 400k. Yeah, I booted him early for the real Hewitt. I booted Elijah Hewitt for George Hewitt. So in it, I scored a fair bit of points for doing that. So, yeah, I don't hold on to these rookies. If it gets me a premium, I'll just upgrade as fast as I can. Jake Wood scored a 2-1-1-1. Well done, Jake Wood. That would get me wooded. Aqua says, Holmes, what a miss, absolute gun. Yeah, you can't have them all. Like Rookie says, it's not Pokemon. Like, you can't catch them all. But we do what we can. Yeah, he's a bloody good player to watch too. Funny head, but good player. Aqua, people went Zorko to Kirsch must be fuming. Yeah, they're probably punching drywall at this minute. Jim C says, I didn't think it was season over. Just being a sook last week after shooting scores. Yeah, sorry, Tim. I probably misinterpreted that completely. So apologies, Tim. It's not what I... Anyway, you know I read things weird. Fury says, I went 2-2-6-7. Wow. Defense went off. Lowest score in defense was 109 from Sinclair. Holy shit. Hazard's in the house. Here we go. It says traded Carroll this week and kept Haas, Box, and Gray and Sard over him. The second I moved Carroll on, he become a poor man's Bailey Dale. Yeah, seen that in a chat before. That's unreal. That's just unlucky too, though, with these rookies. Like, yeah, sometimes he gets missed. Wins is retracted a message. Hopefully you get a message back in there. I don't know what it was. It wasn't me that deleted it. It's a boy ham. Kirch sold, bought in Nass, Johnson, and Butters. Can't go wrong. Yeah, very well. Had Holmes VC'd, but forgot to switch it to Cherry because I was at work. Oh, my God. Dwyer pod go crazy. I didn't see what Dwyer scored. I don't know how you say these names. Anyway, there's 100 in the house, so keep giving the thumbs up. Shannon says not owning Gorn is like your mum starting at OF. Brutal. Yep. Yeah, if she did that, I'd probably jump off a cliff. Aqua Dwight is one hell of a player. Scored a 120 in fantasy. Hate rookies. Yeah, I don't like paying up for rookies regardless, not at this time of season. So you can use them as an F7, M9, but the rookies you buy now, you're probably not going to sell unless it's, you guys like Johnson who's on the bubble. After this, it's a little bit hard to sell them. You just sort of keeping them now. Aliens, here we go. This is probably the comment retracted. Scared for the round 16 buy. I think a lot of teams will be 100%. Shano, villain of the week. Ross Lyon for tagging Bond. Aqua, watching Butters copper tag live with the C on him was like watching your house burn down in fire. So painful. I can't relate. Have you ever lit a house on fire?
I've been accused of trying to.
Okay, that's not what we want on the stream.
How do you do it?
Okay, cool. Well, that's wild. Anyway, you little feet licker.
You like to lick feet, you dirty dog.
I don't really. Anyway.
Yes, you tried. You have actually.
Have I ever tried?
You grabbed my foot.
Shut up. All right. Shut up.
You out your tongue.
I wasn't even going to go through with it.
You did.
I didn't go through.
You did.
But I was being silly, all right?
Good thing my feet were sweaty.
Are you trying to get me unhinged? Don't get me rowdy. I don't have a foot fetish. That's the second person. Anyway, there's no feet here. The socks on or off? Anyway, she's just chilling beside us. This is funny. Where are we? Scorch Earth One says, Katie, Brad get on here looking like he does. What? Brad gets on here looking like he does. Yeah, true. Exactly. I had to read that. No, he's saying it's slightly insulting, mate, but he's saying you don't need makeup. Brad rocks up like this. Like, why can't you rock up?
I know. I'll wake up next to that.
Wow. Well, you should be privileged because this is a man on a mission. Don't even. No, shut up. Shut up. We're not going there.
A man on a mission.
Hey.
Run, midget, run.
You're an arsehole. Oh, I love having you just sitting there with, no one can see you and you're just taking pot shots. I'm just chilling. Yeah, thanks, Scorch. It's a boy ham. Not going early on Bonds. Save me. Brockton McCarthy. Neil to Bonds. Gross. Oh, Gross to Prestia. Wow, I read that wrong. Hazard says ranked third overall in my head-to-head cash league. And I'm 12th on the ladder. Absolutely brutal year. Everyone is a tin ass when I play them. It's annoying. Aqua, are we cashing it out? Sherry, probably not. Katie trying to get you demonetized. Yeah, something like that, honestly.
Can't help it.
Yeah, well, there's so many comments filtering through that now you're through. There's 130 in the chat, and it's like going nuts because of probably yourself here.
I know, funny.
You're an absolute. Anyway, yeah, she is trying to get me banned for sure, Aqua. CWT, Brad is confirmed for Goblin no boy.
What?
They actually believe the whole foot thing because now
it's happened.
One time, doing one time doesn't make you. All right, you go sell.
No, it's happened a few times.
If you go sell D one time, does that make you a dealer? No, it doesn't. Anyway, we're having a bit of a. If you walk a dog once, someone's dog, does that make you a dog walker?
Yeah, I'd consider myself a dog walker after that. I've done it.
Well, okay. Anyway, there's 148 in the house. Hello, 148. Sorry, I can't answer these fast enough. I'll read them out fast enough. I'm not under the pressure too, but I still feel the pressure. Trust me. Aqua, I think I'll sell Ashcroft. If not this week, he's gone next. And this is what CWT retracted. Where we got X3D, Brad made. I think this is about the foot thing. CW2, I didn't do it. Every criminal ever, literally. JCR, house burning, feet licking, it's all happening. So you know that. Aqua, Brad, feet licker. The allegations are confirmed. SW, this channel was so nice while it lasted. Yeah, sorry, SW. My apologies. Katie's ruined it.
I'm sorry.
No way. Has it actually opened? I don't know if SW is being serious. Sorry, SW. Jesus says rookie. Jack says think I'll go Fonty to McCarthy. Can we get anyone for Hewitt? Buttons even Hewitt. I think Hewitt's run is the way to play it, honestly. Anyway, let's look at the side real quick. All right. All right. There's a bit of a live reaction, so I can't see what the chat's got now, but apparently it's open. Oh, my God, we went up 70. Give me better than that.
I'm fucking it. Oh, sorry. My face.
Almost got your face. Wow.
No,
all right, so we're 79 ranked now, so we've moved up 43 places. All right, we're cooking. We are absolutely cooking. We're probably not going to do any trades this week, I don't think. Congratulations, you smart. So there you go. And see what my projected that we don't really give a shit about is. projected, but who we got not playing this week? Plus, because that will actually help us out here. Actually, on the who are we missing for this bye? We've got Petrarca not playing, Gorney not playing, Rankin not playing. So only 3 players not playing. We could do something like this. We'll have a sneaky auction. Let's see what the go is. I'll have a look at what the rest of the chat is saying and whatever. 722k. I don't know if I actually would do this, but decoding was brought in for this reason. If I was to, hypothetically, let's say if I, not that you'd bother, but yes, I could get 2 for 150k players, but I don't think I'll do that. What does Roberts and Gawn get me? Geez, Roberts and Gawn could get me a ring. Just depends what I'd want in that situation. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'd actually use that money. We'll see what the stream's saying anyway. Where were we? Jack says, no, we went through that. Hugh, terrible week, scored 2067, top 700, spent the last 3 weeks getting Gawn, Bont, Butters, and all let me down immediately.
Oh, no, you're not frozen.
No, I'm not frozen. Wins, scored a 2249 with 450k in the bank, no clue what to do. Yep, fair. This is time to look at your trades now anyway, Wins, honestly. Scorch, my misso does the same when I'm on a stream. They just love to sort of like sit there in the chat now and sort of just, give you a bit of shit, which is fine.
I like the sounds of her.
I don't know if it's a her, eh?
Oh, sorry. I should not assume that.
I'm just joking. Rookie says, Rookie says, SC Open Brother. My opponent scored a 2-2 double A. That's hard to beat, actually. Like, you're never going to beat that. It's open. Foot Fetish Pro says COT. Aqua says Super Foot Fetish Pro. Fury, 15 for the round for me. Wow, okay. That's crazy work. Well done, Fury. Aqua down 8k spots. Wow, I've had a terrible one. Aqua also says right back to 30k. JCR, yeah, boys, let's go. I must be freezing, am I? Wizard King says, man beats up wife upon discovering digital football team. Well did. That's because that high five, they actually thought I almost got you then.
Oh, that bounced back in my face.
Did it really?
Yeah, did you see that?
Nah, I wasn't really watching.
High fives.
Yeah, wild. And then it's just, there's pretty much nothing else there because everyone's checking their team. So, fair enough. Ranked 100k for the round. I actually haven't seen what I'm ranked for the round. I actually didn't have a look at that.
You didn't look at that?
No, I didn't see the rank. I saw the rank for the ranked 1855 for the round. So that's actually not too bad at all. So total scores 31,006. We'll have a look at the rankings, see how far off. We're still not at 30. So with that's the main thing. I didn't want to go back out. I'm on 31,006. Round 14. We want to have a look how far behind we are, number 1. Whoa, we're a whole 500 points away from number 1. We've about 10 rounds to go. Yeah, interesting catch. Oh, Blake. What's his side look like? This is disappointing. Disciples or whatever it is. Yeah. Okay. Overall rank. Oh my God. Yeah, he got McCarthy. So that was an easy W for him. Sinclair, Holmes, Dale, Whitfield, Sheasel, McCarthy. Has he not even upgraded D6? Nah, surely not. Brayshaw, Dawson, Butters, Sarong, Rosie. Okay, he probably plays Rosie down back. Rosie is his D6, I assume. Then he's got Rao and Heaney. I'm so confused. Yeah, right, on the midfield and Dacos. Okay, so this side is pretty much completed. It actually is completed. Because he's got 1 rookie, 2 rookie, 3 rookie there. But he's also got 3 primos there. So, yeah, his side is completed, and he's got DeConning at flex, similar to me. He's got Cherry Gorn. Yeah, wow, this is a very good side. Impressive. The one that hurts me that I don't have in this side is probably Holmes, I reckon. Whitfield, yeah, this week he definitely hurt me. What did he score this week anyway? Yeah, okay, wow. 2-2, 2-8. Yeah, he smashed it. Interesting. Yeah, 500 points off the leader, 10 rounds to go is doable, but yeah, wow. Scrolling through, what else do we got? Yeah, okay. Yeah. If I am from some of the others around the rank. Anyway, yeah, that's interesting. Very interesting. I wish I was back on StreamYard, but anyway. 58k for the round. Haha. Dazza says, "G'day, Brad. G'day, mate. How you going?" Tim C ranked 107. Wow. 107 rank round. Up 638 spots into 616 overall. Well done, Tim. Shane dropped from 170th to 268th. Could have been worse. Definitely could have, Shane. And then it says, my opponent came 7th in the round. Yeah, that's always stiff when your opponent has a huge, huge week and there's nothing you can do about it. Absolutely nothing. So, yeah, is what it is when it comes to that kind of stuff. It's very, very hard. I was scammed, you reckon? So, yeah, now there you go. With the players, I'm just wondering what I could do if I went down to X amount of trades, which I probably won't trade because McCarthy's not playing. 43. Oh, unless I did Roberts in one trade, what would Roberts get me? Roberts, I'd happily. Roberts should have gone 2 weeks ago, to be fair, but he's one of my weaker links. So I could chuck anything for 493 in one trade. I'm going to have to hold now. Roberts can probably get stuffed. Wow. Yeah, Walsh is cooked. I could grab the one straight swap for Roberts and go down to 5. Wow. What's his break even, the horny one? Are you laughing at that name? Oh, could wait a week and yeah, no, I don't know. Interesting. Could do Roberts to that. That's very tempting, actually. Anyone else would be tempting? No. What about the back line? Anyone good in there for 493? Nah, no one interesting in the back line for him. Definitely could do one trade and stay with 5 trades. Something to consider. Anyone else? I don't really want to go down to 4 trades, not this week. If McCarthy comes in, then I wouldn't mind whipping McCarthy, but it might just be one of those weeks where you just sit on your hands. I don't know. I have to think about that Roberts thing because I can always chuck Horn Francis in if I wanted to instead. Anything else I'd do? The other thing is still like you could definitely anti-pod Gorn. It's got enough money to do anything. Hypothetically, let's enough money to do anything between the two of those guys. 463k each. Not sure if that's worth it either, to be honest. Something I might have to play around with, but yeah, really anything worth doing because McCarthy and maybe in a week or two time go to a what's his called? Sorry, Clark to McCarthy, bank 100k and then have 150 left over to. No, I can't even do that anyway. The rookies haven't fattened up to get an extra primo unless I do something with Gorn. It's money this week, but yeah, I don't know if I want anti-pod Gorn. To be fair, I have no idea. Where were we? Scorch dropped 2k ranks, all good with the rough round. On target to finish far better than last year. That's the main thing, absolutely. Weren't she ranked 79th the other week? No, I ranked 122nd the other week. Oh my God, actually was 79th before that as well. That's weird as hell. No, I'll go to my, I can't remember how to do it, history. 4,000 when I started the season. 1,000, 1,000, 7,000 blew out to round 4. 1,747, 357, 52, 77, 43, 38, 79, 122, 79. 2 weeks ago, I was ranked 79. Interesting. Yeah, I burnt trades just about every week. I have actually burnt trades every week. So we've been playing super aggressive. Trade history as well. What have I done? Let's see what I've done real quick. I say real quick, but there's nothing happening in the comments. So I'm just going to do this while I'm here. Round 2, Perryman and Flynn went out and Hasty for Rankin, Bison, and Lindsay. Nothing too flash there. Sutherland, Sardis, and Dolan out. Ashcroft, yep. Horn Francis, never. I already had Horn Francis. I forgot about that. Marek and Humphrey and Moraes for that. Round 5, O'Driscoll and Pepper went out for Brayshaw. So I bought Brayshaw in round 5. That was clutch. Round 6, Humphrey, Davison, Hall for Cleary, Hewitt, and Merritt. Yeah, stuffed up with the Merritt. That round 6 trading wasn't very good with Merritt, but whatever. Round 7, Reed, Moraes, Hall for Long, Flynn, and Carroll. That wasn't too bad, I suppose. Round 8 was probably the clutch one. DeConning down to Marshall, the bank money. Oliver to Petrarca. That sort of paid off, you'd say, of course. Round 9, Flynn and Carroll out for Huswaite and Warner. Yeah, don't love that. Round 10, Long and Ashcroft for Simpson and Cherry. Again, had to pay up. So that's the second player I paid for $600K for. Then my trades got a little bit better. But, yeah, McRae and Callahan back is not what I expected this early anyway, to be honest. Sinclair and Bolton. So, yeah, I don't know how I feel about Bolton this week. But, yeah, anyway. Round 12, Bice, Cleary, Henderson out for Cardwell, Daywicks, and Neal. Don't ask me about Shannon Neal. I'm sick of that Neal pick. Out Marshall, Marek, and Trainer for Mills, Clark, and Dale. That was probably my best trade that week. And then this week was clutch as well. Neal, Hewitt, and Lindsay is probably my best trade this week. DeConning, Johnson, and Hewitt. And team's complete, you'd say. Maybe Roberts goes to Horny one in one shot. I don't know what you got. Going down to 5 trades, but it's definitely something I can consider. Or use Max Gorn's money and somebody else to do something crazy. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I want to go down to that many trades. Yeah, Daniel, Rankin, all these fours are really skeptical. So actually, yeah, I don't know. Don't know what to do actually. I'm very confusion. This is the week I'm actually very unsure on what to do with my particular side. Aqua, if you want to look at my team, full, it's Marshall Mathers. I'll probably just look at, just send it on Twitter. If you could do that. Jack, back into the top 1K again. Congrats on getting back to 79th. Top rank for me was 750th. If I can get top 500, I'll be happy. Yeah, bloody oath. Scorchers ranked 10th K this year. This time last year I was 36K. Well done, you're having a better year. Very well done, mate. Bouncy's in the house. Clark to Mills. Yeah, I'd probably do that, actually. I'd do Clark to Mills. I still can't believe with 2057 I still went up 170 spots this week. Dazza, you've done amazingly well. Hopefully you can hang on and maybe top 20. Yeah, I actually have done pretty well this season, like comparatively to last season or the season before that as well. Really, it's definitely my best year. Like we've been in top 1K for a very long time. So the trades have been, I'd say, pretty good. Like I harp on about sideways, but am I going crazy? Have I, apart from injury trades, have I actually sideways anything that's not been injury trade? Like, did I ever? Because I know I harp on about that recent, but did I ever do anything stupid in terms of trading out of Primo when I probably shouldn't have? So Perryman, the role was dead, kind of made sense. Flynn got dropped. Horn Francis was okay. Horn Francis was more of a cash play for Marek and Humphrey, so probably wasn't a sideways per se. But Humphrey allowed me to cash out for a Primo, and Marek allowed me to have an F6 for 10 weeks, or at least 2 months. Didn't sideways anyone there. The conning sideways for cash for 125K. Marshall, in the meantime, like averaged me 120 in my side or something like that. Not necessarily a guy that was giving me no money. So I guess the only sideways I have done for making cash plays. So the Conning, you could call one for money. Flynn, I just got sick of. He's not a primo at all. Long, no. Ashcroft, no. Callahan and McRae, yes, but they're injury trades. So, and then Marshall for Mills to make it 270k in the flex position. So I actually haven't sideways anyone for no reason. It's always either be injury or to make money, and they've generally been good trade-ins for that. So yeah, I've actually done okay. This is probably the best week though. Like 3 rookies, 2 primos. It's been my favourite. So I've actually traded the stream. 106 chilling in here. Still give the thumbs up. Before we leave tonight, I want to get at least a 50 likes for this. Be nice. So yeah, what do we got? That's pretty much the combo's done. What do you want me to do? Like, just chill? I don't really want to be here too much longer because you guys are what makes the stream, to be honest. So if that's it and it's 42-minute stream, I'm almost happy to end it there unless you've actually got genuine questions. But other than that,
he's got feet to lick.
That's wild, Katie. I think because we were being silly earlier, I think the comments quieted down because we went a bit too nuts then. No, I don't know. I don't really care. What could I do with Gorn? Not Mills. Gorn and Roberts, just hypothetically. I don't want to go down to 4 trades though. But if we were to play a hypothetical scenario, but then I'd have to have a trade the week after for McCarthy when he's off his bye. So I think I'm going to have to not worry about Gorn and Roberts because I want McCarthy the week after. So I plan on grabbing McCarthy. Maybe I'll do 1 trade this week if I did, or just no trades at all. So yeah, I don't think I will do anything really because I think McCarthy might be a bit of a spare. I don't know who I'd trade him for though. McCarthy to Clark only makes 100k. None of these guys are ready to go. Yeah, no, there's nothing really to do this side this week. Now it's just going to be VC and C for the week, I suppose. So Fremantle versus Essendon. Oh my gosh. Yeah, well, maybe a Brayshaw. What's he been like against Essendon? Don't even know. Nuts. 130. Yeah, okay. Brayshaw it is. It's pretty obvious, I guess. Brayshaw into. Oh, Geelong, but nah, you're not doing that game again. Carlton and North. Could Georgie Hewitt go big again? Because he went big on him last time. Jeez, you could do anything this week, honestly. On North last time in round 6. There's a lot of good VC and C options this week with the matchups. I'm not keen on any of the Port Adelaide players. Collingwood matchup in St Kilda. What's Sinclair done in the past? No. I don't trust any Essendon players to do anything for Supercoach, captains-wise. Giants and Suns, I don't think I've got any of those guys. And Richards is surely going to go nuts against Richmond, you'd think. $9.50, wow. What's he done against Richmond in the past? Yeah, wow, 163. Okay, wow. Geez, that's tough. The vice captain material. So maybe Richards, I don't know. Brayshaw and Richards, I don't know. Or Hewitt. Yeah, I have no idea. It's a hard one. Like, when's the Thursday night game? Okay, we're Sunday night now. Yep. 8:10. 8:10 game on a Thursday because it's up in Freo. Yeah, right. 7:40 game for GMHBA. Yeah, okay, interesting. Very interesting. 110. What do we got here? Have I missed some stuff? You guys going nuts or am I going crazy? What have we got here? Flex the gun, says Tim C. No, I'm good for that. Scorch, we're hanging on to Clark. He's probably one we can get rid of, to be fair, I reckon, Scorch. Akka says, are we trading Bolton? I think that's a viable option, but yeah, not too sure. Can sideways to Darcy. So I'd rather a spare than sideways these guys because we know what they can do. Bolton, tricky one. Jono, what on the year thus far, mate? Keep it up. Thank you very much. And then Burns says, ranked 448k. That's horrid. I think you mean 44k. Rankin ill. Yeah, Rankin's disgusting, isn't he? Jono says, trades I'm looking at is Roberts to Mills, Huss to Dacos, and Neil to Decam by DVP. Would love to hear your thoughts. Trades on Roberts to Mills. Yeah. Huss to Nick Dacos. Yeah. And Neil. Yeah, probably a little bit too sideways for me on that front. Because, too sideways, I think, Jono. How's McCarthy BE already negative 93? Pwah. Yeah, that's pretty crazy, isn't it, honestly? Brayan to Ed Richards for you. Yeah, probably something like that. Or even Georgie Hewitt, if you got 170 at round 6, seems good. And Bernard says Brayshaw into Bont for me, probably. I think that would be the hot topic, is a lot of people will be picking up some of those guys. What are cheap plays to look at? I know. What are the BEs, I suppose? And we'll head out of here because I'm hungry. I don't know what we're going to order for Uber Wednesday, so yep. Let's have a look. First of all, before I do that, mate, imagine if you had went him and actually. How's he your highest scoring player? It's just something. How's the first game I outscored Baker Graham? Your first game is better than Harley Reid. Well, not really, but you know what I mean. This is probably his close to a must-have. Where I can see him in. Yeah, right. How many actually fielded him? Is there a stat for how many people fielded him this week? Because that's literally a primo score. I bet you that's his highest score for the year, but still, that's actually nuts. A player on debut, Katie, got a 133.
Where?
Yep, nuts. Yeah, that's crazy. He's a rookie. Wow. Let's have a look at one thing. Let's go. Oh, my God. So let's go 1% of coaches. Where can we do that again? Top 1% rank. So still anti-potting Dacos. That's fine. There's at 71%. Holmes at 72%. They're probably going to kill me. Same with Bonds. Sherry's actually highly owned for top 1%. Naz in 44%. Neil 45%. McCarthy already in 35% of the top 1%. Yep. Tom Green in 28%. Horn Francis is actually a pod now, 23%. Caldwell, 21%. Roberts, he's probably got to go, 17%. None of these. Lockie Ash is only in 12%. That's interesting. Tom Stewart, he's priced 480 now, 9.5% owned. Edridge is my pod, 8% owned. Callum Mills only 5.7. I wonder how much that will increase to. 4.4% for Georgie Hewitt in the top 1% is crazy. That was nuts. LDU 4.2, Cripper 3.7. Yeah, okay. Quite a lot, by more than what I thought would be for coaches. Yeah, wow, 62. And interesting that in the top 1% that Doherty would be a pick. A good role, but yeah, wet game. Same with the Kirch. How many people have Kircher in the top 1% actually? Keep scrolling. Have I 22% bought in Kirch in the top 1%. Yeah, very interesting actually. What do we got? The comments are a little bit harder to read on YouTube chat instead of StreamYard. So anyway. Burners, what do we got? It says Cherry 144 last time you played TDK in round 6 could also be a shout. Yeah, definitely. SC Mungle's back in the house. It's ranking to horny, man. Thought he looks good. Yeah, I don't know. I think Sam Berry affects him. So if Crouch could come back, that'd be nice for ranking, I think. Lizard says, was lucky I went on early McCarthy and fielded my primos, all frauds, and Cherry C let me down. Nah, fair enough, mate. It's annoying when your captain does a low ton. Absolutely. Aqua Harry Rowson looks great. We'll get him if not sub. I don't think I'll grab Rowson for me. I think I'll just wait for Body McCarthy. Burnham said he saved my week. Well, Rowson or old man Jack Martin, I guess. Or I'll probably go Rowson just because Jack Martin's very injury prone from memory. Hawksy team of the week. I wish I didn't have 80s counts. Yup. DJ, go pro. Would you do these trades if it completes your team? Okay, so he's got Neil, Clark, and Kako for Mills, Horn Francis, and a basement rook. Yeah, I probably would actually. Jono, best pick under 550k next week. Yeah, don't know, but I'll have a quick keys. 550k. Gosh, this thing is annoying. Let's just go 558 and I'll make sure it's 550. Yeah, what the hell? I don't need this anymore. So let's get out of that. I'll do that question. Oh, far out. What a night. Back in the top 100. That's all right, so Jono's looking for a 550k player. I'm going to say Naz off the top of my head, but I'm sure you probably already have him because I'm pretty sure you're a St Kilda fanatic, so I'd be very surprised if you didn't have him. You'd probably definitely got Jack Steele at M3. Scoops has got like 6 players of St Kilda. Wild man. What do we got? So 550k for Jono. I don't trust Whitfield at the moment. Well, there's your boy, Georgie Hewitt, if you wanted him. DeConning, if you've got the extra 1.2k. Wouldn't touch Prestia with a 10-foot pole. Whitfield, yeah, as long as you bloody old mate to not put him half forward again, sure. And 5 round of 113, so that one's the wrong shout in the wet contested footy. Probably wouldn't advocate for Merida or Zorko. I'll watch both of those players. Matty Rowe's definitely a shout. 541. Dacos, of course. A bit vanilla for me. Definitely not like just due to the tags. So yeah, there's a few. Then there's your boy Steele if you wanted to go down that route. But yeah, there's about 5 already named, I know. But yeah. What's Darcy's break even? I'll have a look at Darcy because people will be looking at these guys that are coming down in price for their F6, and then we'll have a look at Horn Francis. So always think of SE Masters every time Horn Francis is in the comedy. 461 2, unless Ben Miller can keep him goalless, or Bolter. He can probably touch me from here. Probably not the right words, but 113 last time against Richmond. Yeah, he's probably going to do bad, you'd think. Yeah. So even what is he projected? Not that projected a 107. So if he projects a 107 this week, 107 this week would get him to 443k, and then his break even would be a 45. So yeah, that's annoying as hell. Okay, so he's probably not going to get much cheaper anyway. Like he might actually even reach that break even of 107. So it's probably a week to get Darcy anyway. Like why would you wait for the Sydney matchup? Sam Darcy season it is. It's not under the realms of him not going to 147 against them either. at Marvel too. So it's going to be dry football. You're going to get him for $3,000 cheaper if he drops a 107. I'd probably go for Darcy this week. That would be my favourite of the week. Horn, I would for me, would you? $490K. Break even at 131. So again, he's around the price that you probably could pick him up for. Even if he goes to 102 against Sydney, you're only going to save yourself $12K. So if you're waiting for a Horny one or Darcy, you may as well just send it because you're going to float around this price anyway. Yep. So interesting. McRae's not as fascinating for me, I don't think. A bit boring. Plus, he's coming back from a lung. I'm not sure I'd go. I think he only scored an 87 as well. At least the other guys provided a bit of a bang for their buck. McRae's probably your one wait for what do you call it? Why am I on this load? My gosh. How many jacks do you got there? 87 jack. Break even 124, plays the Pies. Projected 100. He'll only lose 5K. So it looks like you can just get any of these guys, really. If you're going by projected what they reckon they might score, they're going to only lose about 10K regardless. So yeah, for me, pick your poison. They're all good choices. Anyway, Bont or Brayshaw this week. Brayshaw, I think. McRae probably. This is about the value picks we're talking about. Are you at your girlfriend's house? No, we're at a hotel. Wizard King. Bro, I traded Whit for Butters because I'm POV. What? And he goes and drops a nuke. Yeah, that's wild. Probably have to go soon when Bubs wakes up, I reckon, won't we? Yeah. We'll probably go soon anyway, Chad. So, yeah, still get us to 50 thumbs ups would be nice. Wizard, I'm at Brad Scott's tier at the moment. John says Laird is tempting me. I think he gets rested too much for him to be tempting. Darcy's about that 147, but he has the Tigs. I'm tempted. Yeah, I don't blame you, Wizard. Honestly, he could go nuts. Rayner, Pod, no way. You wouldn't do Rayner. When Bubs wakes up, we're going. So this is a bit of a grenade throw here. At some point, it's going to go off. So I'll try to get as much as I can. Got to wait a week, surely. I think any of those guys that are value, though, you probably just target this week and get yourself an extra primo. I like Mills. I've got him in my size. So I think Kyle is a good shout for what he could do. I just like him as a flex or a D6. Internet's lagging. Hey, sorry, Daz. It is a little bit. Yep. Apologies. I'm doing this from a hotel. So, yep. I'm just trying my best. Apologies that if it keeps freezing for you. We're almost at 50 anyway. So Robert says, g'day. Thoughts on trading out Ashcroft, Hewitt, and Newcomb? Okay. Trading in Hall Francis, Darcy, and McCarthy. Bank 173K for the final trades next week. I don't mind if you're going to do that. Yeah, sure. But you probably wait on the McCarthy thing. But yeah, the other two are fine, of course. Burners didn't get Horn Francis and get a bit. Sorry. Yeah, actually, he did get a bit of a stinger to the shoulder there. Yeah, you're very correct there, Burners. So, yeah, interesting to see what the outcome of that is for Horn Francis. Is Horn Francis shoulder a serious issue? I have no idea. He held him for 4 weeks. I'm not sure, Harry. I know we'll get the Tuesday reports at 5 p.m. for what happens there, actually. Big fan of content. Sam Darcy next week looks juicy, even this week, I reckon. Can't see your comment screen, Brad, on YouTube. No, they don't come up on the screen when I'm chatting on here for some reason. StreamYard does, but I'm out of StreamYard until 5 days, I think, until I can get back into it. So apologies for that. We're almost at 50. Fury says, worth using 3 trades to get Mills or get rid of Gorn to get Mills and only use 2 trades. Don't know if Mills is a must-have to flick Gorn for him, but if he gets you an upgrade elsewhere, then potentially, yeah. I'd have to look at the side. Or is the King in my defense? I had a surplus of defenders. And round 16 was Clog, so Whitfield traded with the role. Yeah, okay, fair enough. No, that makes sense. Not happy though. No, I get you. The role change, it's hard to get a look into those sort of things. Like if you hold, you're kind of stuffed. Brad, would you burn 4 trades this week? Probably not. Have a boost remaining. Would leave me with 6 trades if I was to burn 4. Yeah, poor geez, has probably, if they weren't sideways in what 4 trades are you thinking of for me to give my 2 cents on? Because it's a bit tricky. I think having 6 trades is fine at the end of the day. I think most people will be on 4 when they finish their team. Thereabouts. Very hard. I'm just guessing and clutching at straws here. I was 15 for the round, but if you want to look at my side, I'll probably, if I do look at everyone's side, I'll be here forever, I reckon. I've done it. If you want to be a member, I'm trying to get a members thing working at some point, but I've been flat out, and I'd rather do members chat and look at sides there if I can do that at some point. I've been meaning to do that for about a month now. But yeah, I think we'll just about wrap it up because there must be other people doing some streams because we're going from like about 1:30 to 77 real quick. So, and I'm running out of things to talk about here as well because without Rookie and without some of those other guys too, it's a little bit tedious trying to read on a size 12 font here. When I get StreamYard back on in a couple of days, we'll actually be able to put the questions in the direct screen shared below me. So anyway, I'm not going to get to 50 before the end of the chat, so hopefully the playback will. So anyway, thanks everyone for jumping in the house and giving us a like and commenting your thoughts and stuff. But we'll speak to you later. It's probably one of my quicker streams on a Sunday night, but yeah, look, it's almost 10 o'clock anyway. So peace out, good night. I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for coming again, and yeah, give us a like before exiting out of the stream. Akko says, to be honest, my brain is just fried from this week. I'm trying to think of trades. Yeah. All right, everyone get on your trades, and I'll end it there. Cheers for all watching again. Appreciate your time.